the reason we would do podcasts to begin with is to establish ourselves as a thought leader in our industry, in our respective fields. And I think the reason that it's so beneficial for podcast hosts to be able to use this as a platform to be able to make introductions to people that they maybe otherwise may not have access to, because when you ask people to be a guest on your show, it's a very, very different feeling than is if you are trying to just sell them something, right? So it's a nice, subtle way to build and develop a relationship and develop your network, because if you're not networking, you're not working. One of the things that I do is on our shows, I also include something that's just coming straight from me, not just from the guests on my show. I want my audience to recognize that I can be the thought leader as well, not just the people that I'm interviewing. And so you have to be careful, because otherwise if you only do that, then you're just going to become known as, oh, that's the person who interviews, not the thought leader themselves. So I incorporate a marketing essentials moment, the basics that you need to help you continue to build your brand and your bottom line. And those are like solo chunks. And sometimes I do complete solo episodes just myself and not always have a guest every time. Then I can incorporate some of the things that the latest and greatest and tips and tools and things that I'm learning and teaching and growing at the same time. And then I can use that time to help elevate the thought leadership that I can provide. It's just pretty simple to say, yep, it's just me today. You get to hear from me and you get to learn and grow with me today. And we're going to explore this topic, that topic, and then kind of go into it. So yeah, simple as that. I think the reasons that a brand would want to consider starting a podcast, whether it's a personal brand, yourself, or if it's for a business, it's really helpful to use this as a method to be able to share your story and share other people's stories that are in alignment with what you do and what you want your audience to hear. Being able to connect and collaborate with other industry professionals, other thought leaders themselves, really can help elevate your own brand, because now you have, the ability to have influencers or authors or, really keep important, influential people on your show. And that just, kind of has that shared value of brand perception that you can cross promote, and both parties are sharing that podcast episode to their network and to our network. And then those relationships just continue to grow, because then more people will be able to continue. The other thing that is really important for brands to recognize is when you are podcasting, it can help you monetize what it is that you're doing by making those connections with the potential guests that you can have on the show. But also you can have sponsorships or affiliate links, or you can do many different things to help monetize the podcast in ways that are subtle, but yet important to help you continue to be able to do the podcast to begin with. I think people are getting wrong about AI is that it's going to take away their job. And I still say that it takes HI to use AI. What I mean by that is human intelligence, in order to drive the ability to use AI to your advantage. And I think that it's not there to take away your job. It's there to be an additional tool, just like you have Adobe tools. This is now another new tool that you can use and incorporate, and ideally to your advantage, right? And I think that that's what people need to see, is that it can be an advantage for you. What the future looks like for professionals in our industry in marketing, it's going to be adaptability, resiliency. More and more, we're going to have abilities to take on more data and consume that and understand it. And by using AI, we can have a way to disseminate that and make better data-driven decisions. And I think the adaptability factor is going to be huge. And if you are not adapting, you will die.